To talk about business email compromise today. Cybersecurity tends to come up with new terms very easily, and while that's useful, it can lead to confusion and misdirection at times. So let's try and understand what business email compromise really means, why it matters, and look at an example in action. I'll start off with a relatively dry definition, so bear with me. Business email compromise, often shortened to BEC, is a targeted email attack where the attacker claims to be a trusted entity, either internal or external, before using persuasion and urgency to steal money or data from targeted accounts. And we can take the building blocks of BEC from here. Number 1. BECs are targeted. These are not your mass phishing attempts of old. Attackers pick their BEC targets carefully. They also conduct thorough secondary research to find out the target's name, job title, common contacts, and even detailed information like vacation days or job changes. Number 2. BECs are based on trust. In BEC scams, attackers usually pretend to be someone who has the authority to write about the email that's being sent out. So, a request for some personal information will come from someone pretending to be an HR employee. A request for an invoice might come from someone pretending to be an external vendor. And a password reset email might come from reputed service providers that you're using. Number 3. BECs are socially engineered. Attackers have realized that the easiest way to steal money and data from their targets is to just ask for it. BEC emails are expressly crafted to trigger certain emotions in the reader and get them to take action. For example, these emails usually have a sense of urgency to get readers to reply quickly, or they may induce fear to cloud the reader's senses, or they may include context that makes them so indistinguishable from genuine emails that readers don't give it a second thought. Because these emails are socially engineered, they often don't need payloads such as malicious links or attachments to accomplish their goal. A lack of payloads allows the emails to pass through any existing security controls that organizations have set up. Let's go through an example that brings all these BEC elements together. This is our cybercriminal. Never mind that he's a raccoon. Raccoons are devious enough to be online fraudsters for sure. Anyways, our attacker begins researching his next target and finds out their name, designation, and business email address. The attacker sends a test email to the target and gets an auto response that tells him the target is on a 3-week leave going into next month. Armed with this information, the attacker gets ready for the all-important moment of compromise. The attacker sets up a fake Gmail account for Kevin and sends an email to his employer's payroll team. The email claims that Kevin has recently changed his preferred bank and wants to update his direct deposit details. New bank details are provided, and the attacker also adds some context behind why he's emailing from a personal account. Our attacker has increased his chances of success manifold by using BEC techniques. The email is targeted. The attacker is pretending to be Kevin, sending the email to the payroll team, and has done his back-end research to know enough about Kevin. The email is based on trust. The attacker uses Kevin's name and a Gmail address that's reputable enough to pass through any gateway filters. The email also explains why it's coming from a personal account, with a reason that's true, giving it a sense of authenticity. And finally, the email is socially engineered to the nth degree. The title and email body do their best to convey a sense of urgency. There's an explicit request in the email, a request that's not uncommon for payroll teams and thus easy to perform. Also, the email is sent 2 days before the next pay date, nudging the payroll team to get this change processed quickly. Business email compromise attempts like these have caused exposed losses to the tune of $26 billion over the past 3 years, according to the FBI. The first step to protection is awareness, so I hope this video has clarified what BEC means. If you'd like to learn more, I've added some links in the description that should help. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you whenever the power of the internet brings us together again.